Have you ever dreamed about applying for a job that you're massively underqualified for? Welcome to Shut Eye Theater, and I had a crazy dream where I applied for a job that I wasn't qualified for. That job was being an astronaut. Now, you see, in my dream, they were having massive civilian tryouts to see if you had the stuff to be an astronaut, because they were looking for you, just regular everyday civilians, to fill jobs. They're starting to open up job markets in space. You know, mining ice and doing other things that are starting to become possibilities in our future. So they're looking for people that could possibly do it. Someone told me I might be a good fit at this carnival that my family was at. So I went to the tent where they're doing things. Now this tent was massive because they had a lot of people going in to go see if they could do it. So I went in. My family went on their way with the understanding that I might be a while. And as soon as I got in the place, they asked if they could take my phone, and so that everyone could focus on just, well, going through the application process. Part of the first thing was to go through a physical. So I filled out the paperwork at the very front, get in line to go do a physical, and was massive line. You know, kind of like a line at Disneyland. Huge, massive line. And as you're waiting, if you looked at the floor, you'll notice that they projected onto the floor, well, virtual games that you could be able to play. Now, these were just simple everyday games like Candy Crush and other things like that. But they were actually watching you, seeing who played and who did not, seeing who could solve simple problems quickly and who would either just get frustrated and move on or not play at all. They were looking for not your regular, just smart person to be an astronaut. They were looking for everyday people that were creative, that could think on the spot, that could solve problems quickly. And so they were watching you as soon as you came in the tent. Simple questions that they had asked you as you're going through the line, going up to get your physical. And when you got to the physical, if you didn't even pass the line test, that you didn't even know you were being tested, you would not move on. They'd find a reason to dismiss you and let you leave. Luckily, I love games and I love solving puzzles, so I was able to move on. So next phase, they wanted to see how comfortable you are in a massive area. So they were basically moving us from one phase into, well, it's kind of like a clean room. You know, when people get all dressed up in very white dress things to keep dust and everything out, they basically were making sure we were 100% clean, taking on our clothes, and seeing if we have any bacterials or other things on our clothes that would be a problem in space. So they're just going through and testing us, giving us a white robe that we could be able to wear, and seeing how well we handled being uncomfortable or comfortable in the space around these people. See, in space, living quarters are not exactly 100% private, so you have to be able to know how to stay private without being private, if you get my drift. So that's what they were testing us on, seeing if we could do that. And then the next phase, we had to go, well, take a shower. We're in a clean room area. We have to be 100% clean, get as much dead skin off of our body, those kind of things. But part of the trick here is that they want to see how much water we used when we showered. This one I figured out before I even got up there, because like one of the things in space is, do you know how expensive water is? It's like $100,000 a gallon. Now here on Earth, yeah, he's like, what? How is it that expensive in space? Well, think about it. It can cost anywhere from $100 million plus to launch a rocket into space. And every single pound of weight costs money, a lot of money to get it into space. So water weighs a lot, and launching water into space costs a lot. So if you take short showers, or are very smart with how you take your showers, is something they're going to want to know if you're going to be an astronaut. So even before I got to the shower, I started looking around, seeing if there's a razor, scissors, anything around for me to shave my head. Why, you ask? Well, less hair means less water, because I don't need to wash my hair. So I went and found something and literally shaved my head, shaved my beard, got rid of as much hair as I possibly could, so I had less to clean. Other people saw what I was doing, and a lot of people actually followed suit. Some a little bit more conservative, than not going completely bald. Like some ladies went and just cut their hair shorter so that they didn't have to worry about it as much. And then when I took my shower, I turned on the water for just a quick spritz to get myself a little wet. Then got the soap, got myself all set up, and then quickly rinsed off, very strategically using as little water as possible, and then went and dried off. Who cared if you were a little cold while you're getting soapy? As long as you used very little water. I used less than a gallon. Somehow. I'm not that good at home. But I did it. And then continued to move on from step to step. And then I woke up. Do you know how frustrating it is when you have a fun dream like this, getting the chance to apply for a job that as a kid you dreamed about having the opportunity to do, and then not seeing if you actually got the job? Hopefully I have a continuation dream later to where I could have or see the results of this. I really hope. Now this one might actually be a continuation dream because the reason I think that is sometimes when I have a dream like this, I'll wake up during the night every now and then, you know, just rolling over in bed, those kind of things. But the dream continued every time I woke up. And that was through the whole night. So at least I was able to see the progressions in the dream. When that kind of dream happens, there is a chance of it being a continuation dream for me, where I might have it another day later. Could be weeks, could be months later, but I might have a continuation dream. If I do, I'll let you know if I make it. I think with the process that I was going through, though, I probably will. So it'll be fun to see what kind of job I get. Either way, let me know if you've ever had a crazy dream where you got the chance to get a job that you always wanted but don't qualify for. Leave yourself a comment in the comments, and until next time, sleep tight.